Welcome back to the channel. Self-reliance is key. It means being prepared for anything. Today, we're talking about prepping your pantry for the long haul. We're going to go over 3 essential foods you need to stockpile now, foods that will keep you and your family fed no matter what life throws your way. These aren't fancy gourmet ingredients. We're talking about simple, affordable staples that are easy to store and will last for the long term. We're talking practicality and efficiency, folks. Let's get to it. First up, we got rice. It's a staple in many households around the world, and for good reason. Now, I'm partial to white rice. It's versatile and can be used in a variety of dishes, from savory to sweet. It's cheap, stores well, and you can use it in a million different ways. Whether you're making a simple bowl of steamed rice or an elaborate risotto, rice has got you covered. It's the backbone of a good prepper pantry. Having a solid supply of rice ensures you have a reliable source of carbohydrates, which are essential for energy. But rice, especially if it's not stored right, can attract little critters, specifically rice weevils. These pests can ruin your entire stash if you're not careful. Nobody wants to open up their stash and find it infested. It's not just a waste of food, but also a waste of money and effort. So here's a little trick I learned years ago. It's simple but effective. Before you store your rice, toss it in the freezer for at least 24 hours. That's right, the freezer. This step is crucial in ensuring your rice remains pest-free. This kills off any unseen eggs or larvae that might be hiding in the grains. It's a small step that can save you a lot of trouble down the line. Now, once your rice is nice and frozen, you want to store it properly. Proper storage is key to maintaining the quality and longevity of your rice. I like to use those plastic soda bottles. They're readily available and can be repurposed easily. They're sturdy, airtight, and they stack well. This makes them perfect for maximizing space in your pantry. Just make sure they're clean and completely dry before you fill them up. Any moisture left inside can lead to mold, which is something you definitely want to avoid. Now, a lot of folks will tell you to store your rice in a cool, dry place. This is good advice, but there's more to it. And that's not bad advice. Keeping your rice in a cool, dry place helps to prevent spoilage and extend its shelf life. But you know what's even better? A cool, dark place. Light can degrade the quality of your rice over time, so keeping it in a dark spot will help it last even longer. Light can degrade the quality of your rice over time, so keeping it in a dark spot will help it last even longer. Opaque containers are also a good idea to block out light. Think about it like this. You're not just storing food, you're investing in your future. A well-organized pantry can provide peace of mind and security. And trust me, when times get tough, a well-stocked pantry can be the difference between comfort and chaos. It's about being prepared for any situation. Now, I know what you're thinking. Dave, this is all well and good, but how much rice do I actually need? That's a fair question. Planning is essential. And the answer is, it depends. It depends on the size of your family, your individual needs, and how long you're planning to rely on your stockpile. It depends on the size of your family, your individual needs, and how long you're planning to rely on your stockpile. Consider your daily consumption and plan accordingly. But as a general rule of thumb, I recommend having at least a 1-month supply of rice on hand per person. This ensures you have enough to get through any short-term emergencies. That might seem like a lot, but remember, rice is lightweight and compact, so it's not going to take up a ton of space. Efficient storage solutions can help you maximize your space. Plus, it's relatively inexpensive, especially if you buy it in bulk. Bulk purchases can save you money in the long run and ensure you always have a supply on hand. So don't skimp on the rice, folks. It's a small investment that could pay off big time down the road. Being prepared is always better than being caught off guard. It's a small investment that could pay off big time down the road. A well-stocked pantry can provide comfort and security for you and your family. Next up, let's talk beans. Beans are an often overlooked but incredibly valuable part of any long-term food storage plan. Now, beans are nutritional powerhouses. They come in many varieties, each with its own unique flavor and texture, but all share some common benefits. They're packed with protein, fiber, and essential nutrients that will keep you going strong, even when other food sources are scarce. Plus, they're incredibly versatile. You can use them in a multitude of dishes, from hearty soups and stews to flavorful chilies and even salads. You can add them to soups, stews, chilies, or even eat them on their own. They can be a side dish or the main event, depending on how you prepare them. And they store like a dream. Beans have a long shelf life, especially when stored properly, making them an excellent choice for long-term food storage. Now, when it comes to storing beans, you've got a couple of options. The method you choose can depend on your available space and personal preference. You can use Mylar bags with oxygen absorbers. These are great for keeping out moisture and air, which can spoil your beans over time. Or you can go with good old-fashioned food-grade buckets. These buckets are sturdy and can hold a large quantity of beans, making them ideal for bulk storage. Personally, I'm a big fan of the buckets. They offer a lot of protection and are easy to stack and store. They're tough, durable, and they can withstand a lot of abuse. Whether you're moving them around or stacking them high, these buckets can handle it. Plus, they're reusable, which is always a bonus. Once you've used up the beans, you can clean the bucket and use it for storing other items. Just make sure you get food-grade buckets. These are specifically designed for storing food and won't leach harmful chemicals into your beans. You don't want to be storing your beans in something that used to hold chemicals or other nasty stuff. Always check the label to ensure it's safe for food storage. If you're using buckets, you'll also need some gamma seal lids. These lids are a game changer for long-term storage. These lids create an airtight seal, which is crucial for long-term storage. They keep out air, moisture, and pests, ensuring your beans stay fresh for years. They also make it easy to get in and out of your buckets without having to wrestle with a pry bar. Just twist the lid open and you're in. Now, once you've got your beans stored away, you want to make sure they stay dry and cool. The environment where you store your beans is just as important as the containers you use. Moisture is the enemy of long-term food storage, so keep those buckets in a dry place. Use a moisture meter to regularly check the humidity levels in your storage area. And again, like with the rice, a cool, dark place is ideal. Temperature fluctuations can affect the quality of your beans, so aim for a stable, cool environment. A basement or a root cellar is perfect. These areas tend to be naturally cool and dark, making them ideal for long-term storage. But even a closet or under-the-stairs storage space will do in a pinch. Just make sure it's a place where the temperature and humidity levels are relatively stable. The key is to think about your storage space like you would any other part of your preps. Organization and accessibility are crucial. You want it to be secure, accessible, and optimized for long-term storage. Proper planning and organization will ensure that your beans and all your stored food remain in good condition for when you need them most. Canned goods, shelf-stable staples for any situation. Finally, no prepper pantry is complete without a good supply of canned goods. These little metal saviors are the backbone of any emergency food stash. We're talking fruits, vegetables, soups, meats, you name it. The variety is endless, and each can is packed with nutrients to keep you going. Canned goods are already cooked and sealed for long-term storage, making them a lifesaver in an emergency. You can eat them straight out of the can or heat them up for a comforting meal. Now, the beauty of canned goods is their shelf life. These cans can sit on your shelf for years without losing their nutritional value. We're talking years, folks, years. But there's a catch. You need to be mindful of how you store them to maximize their longevity. You gotta know what to look for and how to store them right. Proper storage can make all the difference in an emergency situation. First off, always check those cans for dents, rust, or any signs of damage. Damaged cans can compromise the safety of the food inside. A compromised can is a recipe for foodborne illness, and we don't want that. Always discard any cans that look suspicious. When you're stacking your canned goods, remember to rotate your stock. This ensures that you use the oldest cans first, keeping your supply fresh. Use the oldest cans first. It's a simple practice that can save you from wasting food and money. It's just like rotating your tires, keeps everything running smoothly. Regular rotation helps maintain the quality of your stock. Now, where you store your canned goods is just as important as how you store them. The right environment can extend their shelf life significantly. A cool, dry place is crucial. Avoiding extreme temperatures and humidity will help preserve the quality of your canned goods. Avoid extreme temperatures or humidity, as these can affect the quality and shelf life of your canned goods. Heat and moisture are the enemies of long-term storage. And remember, organization is key. A well-organized pantry makes it easier to manage your stock and ensures you can find what you need quickly. Keep your canned goods organized by type and expiration date. This will help you keep track of what you have and what needs to be used first. This will make it easier to find what you need when you need it, and it'll help you keep track of your stock. An organized pantry is a stress-free pantry. Now, I know some folks are leery of canned goods, worried about BPA and other chemicals. It's a valid concern, but there are ways to mitigate it. And it's true, some cans do contain BPA. This chemical can leach into the food and pose health risks. But there are plenty of BPA-free options available these days. Many manufacturers have switched to safer alternatives. Just look for cans that are labeled as BPA-free, or choose cans that are lined with enamel instead of epoxy. These options are safer and just as effective. A little bit of research goes a long way. Educate yourself on the best options available to make informed choices. The bottom line is, canned goods are an essential part of any well-stocked prepper pantry. They provide convenience, versatility, and peace of mind. They're convenient, versatile, and they can last for years if stored properly. With the right approach, canned goods can be a reliable and valuable resource in any situation. So there you have it, folks. 3 essential foods to stockpile now for your prepper pantry: rice, beans, and canned goods. Simple, affordable, and built to last. Remember, prepping isn't about panicking, it's about being prepared. Stay safe out there and keep those pantries stocked.